So fintech's been a huge theme or topic for the banks for a few years, not just the banks, but for all financial services, really. And despite the plethora of fintechs out there, there hasn't been anything really yet that's been a major disruptor. There's been a few successful ones, but nothing to really majorly disrupt. And I think the issue there is that fintechs have a lot of good ideas, but in a market like Australia, it's really hard to scale. You've got a very concentrated market, a number of big brands control the market. So actually getting scale to properly push your product is pretty difficult in Australia, particularly where people are really attached to various brands. And so what you find in Australia is that fintechs either get bought by the big players in the market, they partner with them, or in fact what the banks do now is have startups within their bank because they can actually spend the money. They actually have the customer base that they can apply it to, and they can try out a few things within a massive cost base. So I think it's reasonably hard, I think, in Australia with such a small market for fintech to really have a massive impact. I think the other thing is in financial services in particular, I think it's hard to be a disruptor, and the reason is you either get a whole lot of people who are massively apathetic, right? So superannuation, so people don't deal with their superannuation every day. So it's hard to disrupt when people don't actually deal with it every day. Or you're at a bank and it's all about trust. So how do you engender trust that you're going to be there in 5, 10, 15, 20 years time to give me my money back or to refund me or pay out my insurance? So people are reluctant to leave their banks. I mean, it's amazing. I hear stories about mortgage brokers, trying to arrange a mortgage through a bit of an unknown bank, Bank of Sydney, with a really low rate, and their clients saying, "Well, actually, no, I don't want to do that because I don't know who they are." And then the broker saying, "Well, actually, they're giving you money. There's no risk. They are giving you money," and people still don't want to deal with them because of the brand, the trust issue. So I think that's a major issue for fintech is really how do you get hold of that customer base when either they're apathetic or they're massively distrustful of anyone else than their bank, and we see that, right? Banks can do a lot of stuff and people just don't leave their banks.